Yeah. Holder.
Present.
Bixler.
Yes.
Yes, for me.
Okay, we have a quorum. Look at the minutes of the previous meeting.
I wasn't here, so.
Okay. Todd, I will make a motion to approve the
And I will
minutes.
second.
Bixler.
Yes.
Holder.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Finance report. I'll turn it over to you, Todd.
There's a copy of the finance report in your packet. And I'll be happy to entertain any information or answer any questions that you have about it.
You see anything in there, Todd, that we need to be aware of? It's different or anything?
No. There is. No.
I'll make a motion to approve the finance report.
Okay, second it.
Bixler.
Yes.
Holder.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know, Todd, do you know anything on number 5? Is that,
This
that's
is,
an insurance?
yeah, this is a letter we got from ACO, the county got it too. And due to there's 4 years that they've listed, that the losses were
We're
Okay,
good.
I apologize, Stan.
No problem.
$13.5 million losses. So, everybody's having to make up for that apparently, and our Avard's portion is $1,193.
So that's a co-op, it's insurance, it's a co-op that all the counties, and we're way ahead of them because they paid us for our building when it got
Yeah.
torn down. So I'll make the motion that we pay the $1,193 to stay in good standings with ACO.
I would think we have a choice unless we want to get different insurance.
Correct. That's
Right.
Second.
Okay,
Bixler.
yes.
Holder.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, and they
Okay.
won't send out an invoice till July, so we've got a while before we'll have to pay it, so.
Okay, so we just need to remember we made this motion
Yep,
and
I'll put it on.
let me get, Jeremy is traveling today, give him an opportunity to.
Looks like they're gonna split it up maybe in,
2 payments.
Jeremy.
Yes.
Yes.
Hang on just a second here, we'll just, to your point, of giving
Trying to make
us
it
your
easy on us.
report.
But I think we can pay it all at once if we'd like.
whether it's
And,
each time, it doesn't really stay.
I know, I'm
We're also
hoping it's
waiting on
not.
Scott, but we started the meeting and we're down to that. Okay, I've got Jeremy on the phone, it's on speakerphone.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hello.
That's a little different kind of deal than you did to her earlier, Jeremy. All right, Jeremy, go ahead and give us a report from your viewpoint on a few things.
Hold on, let me think, an area. So, I guess basically, most of the stuff that we would be discussing with the executive session regarding the consultant. And, as for Department of Commerce, there's some issues that I had there with them, some reporting that we had to get done, just to kind of show that we are spending the funding. But Emmett seems to be fine with everything now. So, really not a whole lot more
appreciate your efforts. I mean, I see all the back and forth emails you're having with them on a lot of that stuff, and I'm just grateful we got you to keep us on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, I mean, he has to, with Emmett, he has to explain to OMES, who then some others that are like, you know, do we need to, you know, review the funding and things like that. So I think between myself and Levi with Myers Engineering, we've got everything that he needed, everything's good, and that should keep them done there. And then of course, we've been moving forward with the bid, so.
Hey, do we know anything about the DEQ in terms of the approval process on the engineering plan?
So that particular thing, from my understanding, with Bill, and we'll want to talk to Bill probably when we have that bid meeting, but they're just waiting for a couple of things to finish up. The Department of Commerce, when I told Emmett about what the issue was that we were having with DEQ, because Bill was having some problems all the way from October of 2024, and Department of Commerce had stepped in and got to DEQ and got them to start moving on things, which is good partly on our end, just because OMES has been like, why aren't they spending the money, you know, as fast as we would like them to? And we're just basically, we're on hold until DEQ does what they do. So that helped in opening up. From my understanding, we're where we need to be with DEQ. I think Bill has just a couple more things that have to be, like paperwork filled out and received. But yeah, we've moved on to the bid, so we're good there.
So he is taking bids?
It's in the paper, I believe. Stan, do you know if it was in the paper already? I think
It must have been because it got an inquiry from a national firm, and I forwarded it to Levi, and so as far as I know, everything's moved forward, and
we have that set date for, I believe it's June 3rd, am I right? For the pre-bid, just kind of meeting.
yes, I think
Or
that's,
pre-opening of the bids or something of that nature.
yes.
Sorry, guys.
It's all right. Okay, Scott walked in here. We got Jeremy on the phone, Scott. And
I can look it up real quick.
anyway, and we'll need to probably follow up on that, Jeremy, I guess, to see, do we need a regular meeting on the 3rd, or what's the protocol
Well,
on that?
if you're all going to be there, you'll need to do a special meeting, because it's not, the regular meetings have to be turned in by December. And so with all of you attending, that would be, and it is an in-person, so here's the email from Levi. He said this will be an in-person. I suspect some of the contractors will end up wanting to go to the project site after we meet. I did reserve a room, and it's gonna be the multi-purpose room for that.
Is it a pre-bid meeting or a pre-open meeting?
Well, it's a pre-open meeting, because like the bids are, he describes it as a pre-bid meeting. So I guess it is technically a pre-bid meeting. I thought we were going to also be discussing, the next actual regular meeting will be when we open those bids, so.
Do we know when the bids are due?
Let me see, I believe I got what was put in the newspaper by Marion, so let me look at that, and while you guys are talking, I'll be able to get you that date.
Yeah, if you don't, will you just forward me that? You don't have to call me or anything else.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
But there wouldn't be any reason for us to be at the pre-bid meeting, only the bid opening, correct? Because those questions will come to the engineers.
Yeah, I mean, it depends, who you all feel should be at that which more likely Stan, as the chair, would be the one to bring him to the site. But if they want to talk, I don't know anything financing time, he may want to be there in regards to that. But I don't know if that's.
My only thought on that would be if the bids are close and we have to make a decision in which company you felt comfortable with their experience, knowledge, and ability to do it, I mean.
That would be at the opening or at the,
Well,
or just to get a little more
Yeah.
viewpoint? Okay. I mean, I don't.
I was thinking, that's why I say that, I was thinking the same thing, because it's all gonna be in the big packet, they're not. But,
I mean, I think you would want to do a special meeting still, and have it set as that. And obviously, if you all are there, you know, you might get a little, more idea of who is in the competition and get a better feel of who those people are.
I think we ought to go ahead and do a special meeting just in case, I mean,
Good.
if the quorum's not there, it's
I'll
not.
that?
do on that.
And when is that gonna be?
June 3rd. What was the time on that, Jeremy? Said noon?
I think it was 2:30,
Oh, yeah, 2:30.
and I'm sending it right now. I found the legal description of what Marion had put in the paper, so I'm sending that to you all.
Perfect, thank you.
So what does Shelley need on that agenda on a meeting like that? Anything specific?
Just a special meeting for that one particular item.
Pre-bid.
Pre-bid, or what are we
Unless there's
pre-bid?
something else we want to take care of at that time. It has to be on the agenda.
But now, will Myers Engineering, will they be the major role players in that, Jeremy, as far as selection and this sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that they would be the ones to kind of make their suggestions with it, but the end all of it, since it's Avard Rail Park related, would be your decisions.
Yeah, I mean,
That's who, you know, because you're the
they're
one.
just engineering, they're not a project manager.
Do I
I
know?
mean, they're not a project manager, they're the engineer, I mean.
Well, even if they were, they would be employed by us.
Yeah.
So we would, you know.
Yeah, we might take their recommendation, but ultimately it's.
We don't have to take the recommendation.
Right,
I guess I thought they were
the end all of
project
it, but of course.
Well, it wouldn't
if-
matter, because there's, it's still, the grant still comes to us. Everything has to come through.
Yes.
That's the way I understand it anyway.
Yes,
And we have to, you know, we can hire them, we've hired them to do the engineering, and even if we hire from the project manager, we will still make the determination of who gets the bid. Or reject.
Okay. Any other questions regarding that?
I'm sorry, I'm probably catching up. Did we get approval from the,
Yeah.
Yes.
they approved it, so.
I think basically, it sounds like there's a couple little deals that they need to deal with, but yes, it's far enough along that now we can put it out for bid.
Okay, good, sorry.
In fact, it happened real quick after that last meeting. He was very happy about that.
Good.
Okay, Jeremy, what else you got going here? Anything?
you know, the only other thing would be, my car, the only other thing would be, what we'll talk in executive session regarding
Okay.
our previous visitor.
Okay. All right. Thank you on that. Okay. Todd, help me out on number 7 on Myers Engineering invoices.
So if
Just to-
we have one, because
We
We
got,
got 2.
You have two.
yeah. Okay, so here's,
I believe it's 6 and 7.
huh? What? Oh, yeah, probably is. Yeah.
I don't remember seeing these prior to today. Did you email them?
I don't think I did, honestly. I sent them to Sonia, but Sonia's obviously had some.
Well, I must have been in on that, so
Mhm.
And I must be in. 'cause
I mean, it's
thought-
just, they're just invoices that are a percentage of what we've already agreed to pay. I mean, we just need to make a motion to approve them so they get paid. It's,
Yes.
I mean, like, for instance,
Yeah.
And
Word.
honestly, that second invoice, number 7, was submitted because Emmett had suggested to submit everything that you've got just to have funding moving.
I'll make a motion that, we would, pay the 2 invoices, 7 and 8, from Myers Engineering.
I say.
Okay, roll call.
Bixler?
Yes.
Holder?
Yes.
Riley?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Item number 8, is a motion to move into executive session. We have a motion?
Yes.
Second. Bixler?
Yes.
I did, I seconded it.
Oh, you did? Okay, thank you.
Holder?
Yes.
Riley?
Yes.
Yes.